Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, guys. Tina Sanchez here. First of all, I want to thank you guys for returning. I know it's been a while since I posted my last video. If you guys keep up with me on social media, you know that it's been a little bit of a crazy summer for me, but I am back. I'm here to answer all you guys' questions, and I will be posting more frequently. So if you haven't already, go ahead and click the subscribe button. That way you can get notifications of when I'm posting my videos. You guys have already read the title, so you know what we're going to be talking about today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. If you guys have seen my previous videos, I did speak briefly about licensing requirements in the state of Florida in my best advice I received as a realtor video. However, I did still receive a lot of questions. That video wasn't really specific to how to become a real estate agent in the state of Florida. It was more of, I'd say, just advice maybe for new agents. But I'd like to go ahead and review or talk about how to become a licensed real estate agent in the state of Florida. The number one step would be to find an accredited real estate school in the state of Florida. That could be online or it can be face-to-face classroom setting. It really depends on your option or whatever works best for your schedule. The state of Florida requires a 63-hour pre-license course. Whether you do that online or you do that in the classroom setting, it's still gonna satisfy that requirement as long as it's an accredited real estate school. Personally, for my time, online worked better for me based on research and what I had read prior to getting my license. Online was a bit more difficult. If you're a person that you like to learn face-to-face, you're more hands-on, I would definitely recommend the classroom setting, face-to-face instruction. Online, it's like I said, it's the same thing. However, online there is definitely a lot of reading that you have to do. The good thing about the online course is that you work at your own pace. There's not a set schedule, and whenever you complete it is whenever you complete it. That's definitely the first step. Find that real estate school that is accredited and you can acquire your 63 hours. The second step for you to acquire your Florida real estate license is to apply for the license with DBPR. So here in Florida, that is a department that handles all of our state licenses, whether it's real estate, cosmetology, a state license, any license that you're going for, you're going to be applying through DBPR. For real estate, the requirement is that you're 18 years of age or older and that you have a high school diploma. They do require a fee in order for you to apply for the license, and then they also do collect fingerprints. Now, once you have that and you've successfully registered for that class, whether you're taking it online or face-to-face, you show up for your classes. It's 63 hours. You basically go chapter to chapter, and then at the end, there is an end of course exam. Now, successful completion of this exam, there is a specific percentage that you have to acquire in order to successfully pass the exam. Don't recall right now what the exact number is, but I will post it in the video so that you guys are aware of that percentage. They do give you 2 tries, so you have to pass it. If you don't pass it that first time, most schools do give you that second try. However, let's say everything goes well, you pass it the first time, you have acquired now what we call a pre-license. Pre-license basically means you've taken the 63-hour course and you have successfully completed that 63-hour real estate course. Once you have that pre-license, the next step is to register and schedule your state exam. Now, the state exam is typically administered by a third party. In my experience, it was with Pearson VUE. So Pearson VUE has a testing administrator center here in Orlando, where I would go online, schedule my exam, and then I would show up to the testing center in order to complete my exam. The exam is online based. There are other people there that will be testing. It isn't specific to real estate. It can be any state license, and they will provide you with any materials needed in order for you to complete your exam. For example, for real estate, there are math questions, so they will provide you with a calculator. Now, because it's a testing center, they are very strict with what they allow. You cannot bring your phone. I believe that when I went for my exam, I only went inside with 2 forms of ID and my car keys. They provide you with a locker, so while you are testing, you can have your keys and you can leave your ID in there. And in the actual testing center, it's just you and whatever materials they provide you with in order to take that exam. The exam, it is a specific number of questions. Right now, off the top of my head, I do not remember, but I will post it in the video. And it is timed. You can go back and forth between the questions. If you don't pass it the first time around, don't get discouraged. The rates for first-time takers that fail are really high. I believe it's close to 50% or a bit over 50%. First-time takers do not pass the exam. The good thing with the state of Florida and with Pearson VUE is that you do have the option to schedule a review. I would definitely recommend taking that review those questions, because even though it's still the real estate course, your pre-license and the course exam and the Florida state exam are 2 different exams, and the Florida state exam is much more difficult. You guys see many real estate agents that have successfully completed it, so don't get discouraged. People have gotten it done. Just because it didn't take you the first time to pass the exam doesn't mean you should give up. It is a big step. It is a difficult exam. You do have to study, and don't get discouraged. Definitely keep, going and trying to acquire your license if that's what you really want. I mean, once you take the exam, immediately after, you won't see your results on the actual screen, but once you go to checkout at the front desk, they will have your results for you immediately. If your results were not satisfactory, basically they give you a letter, and it tells you how many questions you failed and how many out of how many. It does also break it down by chapter. So for example, if from chapter 1 of your real estate book, there were 5 questions and you failed 3 of them, it will tell you specifically what concept it was so that you can review that. So it does help you. And if you're a good test taker and you're reading through all of your questions and you're reading through all of your answers, you just might remember what question it was that you doubted on that concept, or maybe if it's a concept that you don't fully understand, and you'll know exactly where to review, and who knows, maybe next time you may get that same question. They do have different tests. So the first test won't be maybe the same exact test that you have your second time around, but there will be similar questions and maybe the same exact questions that you had on the first take. If you happen to pass the exam, they will congratulate you. Congratulations, it is great. You get a printout and it basically says pass. It won't give you the breakdown of how many questions you passed or which ones you failed. It will just say that you passed. Now, once that's taken care of, you basically have your real estate license. You're now licensed in the state of Florida. Congratulations. Now, I know you're excited. You finally got that passing score that you've been waiting for. Within the next 24 to 72 hours, Pearson VUE or whoever your testing administrator is will be sending those results over to DBPR. Once DBPR receive those results, they will activate your license. Activate in the sense that you've completed all their requirements in order to be considered a licensed real estate agent. Now, you're still inactive. That doesn't mean you can go out and start listing or selling homes. There are more steps to the process after that. For that reason, I have made this a 2-part video. You guys have already completed the first part. There will be a second part attached. So for now, I will be closing out the video here. You guys stay tuned. Once again, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button so you guys are notified once I post that second part, and you guys can find out what the next steps are once you have acquired your real estate license. Thank you for watching. Until next time.